Welcome everybody. Happy Monday to another Hustle Education. And thank you. We've got a fantastic full house today. A lot of you were early. A lot of you were on time. We can see a lot of faces. We really appreciate it. Now, Victoria, aka Hairstyling Formula, she is obviously the founder, and she has an education platform dedicated to helping hairdressers build confidence and increase their income through digital retailing, aka dropshipping. Through her online courses, Victoria teaches practical techniques, smart product selection, and how to tap into digital retailing, giving stylists the tools to grow a more profitable business behind the chair. Victoria, I'm going to pass the mic over to you.
Thank you so much, Mami, and thank you again, everyone, for showing up today. I really appreciate it. I really like seeing everybody's faces. Thank you for taking the time to come. I promise I will do my absolute best to make this valuable to you and worth your time for showing up. So today's topic, why aren't you getting paid? How to make money from your socials as a hairdresser, even with 56 followers. Now, 56 followers might seem very specific, but I use that as an example because that is the amount of followers, the lowest amount of followers that a hairstylist that I have worked with and coached who has started using their social media to make money. So that's why I just like that, because I think it is a bit of a belief breaker that we think we have to have all these followers, this massive following to be able to generate money through our social media. But really, your social media is supposed to be generating you money. So that's what we're covering today. So before we talk about exactly how to make money, and I'll go into specifically how I use it to make money, I want to ask you a question. The question is why? Why do you have social media for your business? And I'm going to pause. I really want you to think about this. And whenever I get a bit lost with social media or feel like I'm just screaming into the void, this is what I always go back to. Why am I on social media for my business? Because it's really, really good at doing some things and really, really bad at doing other things. So just to talk about this first, what social media is really, really good for hairdressers for? So for hairdressers, this is you. Social media is really, really good for telling as many people as possible for free that you offer services and products. That's what it's fantastic for. So it's really, really great. Services and products. Just telling as many people as humanly possible about your services and your products. That's really, really good. And the mistake that I see a lot of hairdressers making is we start off having a business social media for this reason. You know, we set it up, we're like, I'm going to start a social media for my business. I'm going to tell as many people as possible, get as many clients as I can. And what it shifts to, once you start posting, what it shifts to, is it shifts to getting likes, getting follows, getting views, and it shifts away from what it is supposed to be doing from your business into more of an emotional support system sometimes on social media. So when you're measuring the results of your social media, you're measuring it, how many likes did I get? How many views did it get? How many followers do I have? And that is the trap, because one of these ways makes money and one of these ways does not. And it doesn't really matter how many followers you have. If you sort of get away from this and you start feeling yourself going over to this, that's where it can really impact your confidence. And it can really stop you from posting and saying this. While there's some things that overlap between the two of these, like you want your ideal clients to follow you. You want them to see your content, but it's not exactly about followers. And if you see me looking up here, I'm just looking at the notes that I made to make sure that I hit the points that I wanted to make with you guys today. So I'll give you an example. I'll give you a good example of this right now. I've got a video that's got like 7 million in the last month, has got like 7 million views on TikTok. It's about 3.5 million views on Instagram. How much money do you think that post made? Zero. So it's like, if I was measuring it from this, if I was like, the point of my social media is views and followers, that post killed it. But I don't measure it from this. I actually measure it from this. And when it comes to this, it got in front of a lot of people. That's great. But can I draw a line directly from that post to me making money? No. So it's like, that was great, but let's move on. I'm not going to use that as a guide for the rest of my content, because if I did, that's where you get led astray, and that's where you get led to chasing views and feeling like that is helping your business, where it's actually really not. The other example I want to share in the last, I think it's the last 2 weeks, I've got a post that's got around 3,000 views. So nowhere near the same amount of views. And it sold, I can draw a direct line between that post, it sold $60 worth of retail directly. And I know that, one, because I can track it. So I see that that's happening. And that does fall in line with this. It lets people know about the products that I recommend and use. And it connected with somebody that is my ideal client, and they purchase the product and I make money. So that's where, when it comes to aligning what your content is and why you're on social media in the first place, that's where I'm like, this is why I post on social media. So I'm going to make more content like that. I'm going to align my content like that, rather than the video that made 7 million views. Because to be honest, that video, it got a lot of comments about people that want more ASMR videos on TikTok. I didn't even know what that was. So like, if I followed that example, I'd be making sound videos. So it's not going to help my business. So I wanted to share those examples just to hopefully remember to question why you're actually here, so that if you feel like you're being led astray or feel like you're not confident, you don't know what to post, usually it's because you're thinking over here rather than over here. That's why you're on social media. But why are you here? Why are you here in this seminar? It's to learn a way to connect your social media to a way that people can give you money for your services and products. Because when you do that, and we're over here, that's when you can use social media to make money, to generate income for yourself. So there's two of the easiest ways to do this for hairdressers, because you're already doing them, is you're offering your services and you've got your products that you recommend and sell as well. And obviously that's what I talk about when I talk about digital retail, because this is the easiest way to connect it in the first place, because you are already doing it. I hope that was helpful as a bit of a reframe when it comes to social media and posting. So I want this to be for everyone to go from not posting or not confident to post or not knowing what to post to posting and earning and drawing that line directly with their content. And the roadmap that I'll give you is what I have done and what I help other hairstylists with doing. So I know that it works. So it works for me. This is not the only way you can do it, but this is definitely the way that I do it. And the way that I have seen people with low follow accounts, doesn't matter. This is how I will show you how to do it. The first way that I make money from my social media is I get paid by selling the services that I offer. So I don't talk about the hair coloring cutting services that I do, because I don't actually offer that to anyone else anymore. I talk about the education services that I offer. So that is one way I post about my services that I offer. People can go through that, click and book with me, and that's how it works for that. That's one way how I make money through social media. The second way that I make it, which I told you in the example that I shared about that video that sold retail, is I post about the products that I recommend and sell. And then if somebody comments under that post, they click on the link and they buy, then I get paid for that purchase. So that's the second way that I use my social media to make money. And the third way that I make money using social media is by being paid to create content. So that's where creating a video, I don't put it out there and hope that somebody clicks and somebody buys something through me. I get paid and then I put it out there. So that's the 3 ways that I use social media to make money. And that is also the ways that I show people how to make it. It's in that order. Because I think what can be confusing sometimes is like, how do I set out? I don't have social media. I never post. How can I get someone to pay me to create content? I don't know, because that is not the road that I have done at all. To me, it's being paid to create content has been an on flow from posting about the services and the products that I offer and recommend. So if that's somewhere that you want to get to with your content, my advice is start posting about what you have available, which is your services and your products. And that's what I find. Most hairdressers do not do that enough as it is. There's a little added bonus in today where I'm going to show you how to create so much content that you won't run out of content ever again. Once you hear the way that I do it and the way I suggest you do it, your mind hopefully will open and you'll be able to see all of these new ways that you can make content. If you're not posting as much as you know you should be on socials, I'm going to take you through that now. And hopefully now, because we've realigned what your socials is about, it's letting as many people as possible know that you offer the services and products. This will be more helpful to you now. Step one, what you're going to do. Hopefully you do this after you leave the seminar today. Step one, what you're going to do is you're going to audit your page. I'm just going to use Instagram as the example, but this is across all social media. Go to your page and try and look at it with fresh eyes. No scrolling. You just open the page and look directly at it. Can you tell from looking straight at that one page what you have to offer your clients? Not about you. So it's not like I don't ever put anything in my bio as like, I like this. It's got nothing to do with me. What it is, again, is telling people about what it offers for them. So that's where looking at that, can your ideal client see this is for them? So if your ideal client is a bride, does it say as clear as day, I do brides? Does it also have pictures without having to scroll? Does it have pictures that tells that person that you do brides? Does it have a place to go to click to book you? Things like that. Like, try and look at your profile and see, does it demonstrate really, really clearly that what I offer to the world through my business? And this is something that I find is really ongoing. I check mine all the time and redo it all the time. It's not written in concrete. You don't have to do it once and then never do it again. Constantly revisit, constantly tweak it to make sure that that is really showcasing everything that you offer your clients. And what goes along with this, it's a real pet peeve of mine, if you have any links on your socials, make sure they go somewhere. Because what often happens, again, we start up this social media at the start, you get really organized, you pull it all up, and then you never look at it again. And then when I go on and I go, oh, this person offers great blow waves. I'll go on, I'll go tap to book, it goes to a page that is nothing, that doesn't exist anymore. Or it goes to a website that the page is outdated. Or they just go nowhere. So your book me button, your email button, if there's a phone number, if there's anything, just go through like your customer journey and see when they tap on it, where does it take them? Because so often you'll tap on something, and I'm sure it's happened to you, tap and it's like, it didn't take me, I'm just like, this is all too hard. And I'll just scroll away. And the thing with that is you cannot measure how much that is happening within your business. So that's where I would say constantly assess that. Quite often I'll ask my friends who aren't in the industry, I'll show them and be like, what do you think? Because they're going to tell you straight away, like, what do you think I do? And it could be really interesting to see, oh, I think you do, just curly hair. Like, I never cut curly hair. Like, where did you get that from? So that's where just constantly relooking at and auditing your page. That's the first place you need to start. The second place, and I hinted at this before about what to make with content. I always hear that a lot. Like, I don't know what to post. And it's funny to me hearing that from hairdressers, like, we literally don't stop talking ever. And then people are like, I don't know what to say on my phone. I'm like, girl, you know what to say. There's something around it that you don't want to say it on social media or you feel uncomfortable. It's not that you don't have things to say. You definitely have things to say. So when it comes to number two, the second thing that I would really love you to do when you leave today is to sit down and write down every single thing that you offer as a service. Everything. So this can be like what I've just off the top of my head, what I wrote down: colors, cuts, extensions, foils, root smudge, root tap, toner, blow wave, fringe trim. So literally everything, brainstorm every single thing that a client asks you about, books, or that you've charged someone for, everything. And it doesn't matter that it overlaps. Like I said, color and foils and root smudge. It doesn't matter that it overlaps because clients don't know it overlaps. We think, I talked about color. But clients, we forget how much we know, and that clients will only really resonate with the exact thing that they're thinking of. So that's where when it comes to color, you could break that into 100 different subtopics, and that will hit harder with someone than just saying color. But that's where go through, write down every single service. Every single service. I know already everyone here can think of at least 10 things right now off the top of their head. Once you've gotten to the end of the list of services you offer, write down every single product you recommend. So every single product, you don't have to sell it. It's just every single product that you recommend. I'm looking at my shelf, like this is, a small fraction of the products I have. I probably have 50 styling products, being conservative, sitting there. So there's another 50 things. Once you've got this list, the total list of all your services and all your products, that is what you post about. You literally go through line by line and make a post about each and every single thing. So when you finish that list, you're going to have at least 30 things, right? At least, very conservatively, at least. There's your next month's worth of content. There's a daily post for a month. It does not have to be Academy Award winning content. You have to release that. The post that I talked about that sold retail this week is literally a before and after. It's a 7-second video. So it does not need to be complicated. It just needs to be there, because how you're going to earn money through your social media content is by connecting that content to a way someone can pay you. So if I'm looking at your page, I'm like, right, I want to give you, I've got $500 in my hand. I want to give it to you. I don't know what you do. I don't know what you're offering me. I don't know how to give it to you. You're making it too hard. So once you've gone through and posted for the 30 days about all these things, what you can do, start again. Here's your next year's worth of posts, because the services that you offer, the products that you recommend, they don't change that often. And if they do, add them to the list and keep on keeping on. Because unless you have relevant, recent content about every single thing that you offer, people can't give you money for them. They don't know that you do them. So often I'll see with hairstylists and friends, they'll be like, oh, I talked about that. I talked about it once, a month ago. Like, it's gone. Like, we all know the news cycle these days is so fast. It's the same with content. I personally post and repost every single piece of content at least 3 times. At least. So that's a way that you can, 1, never run out of content, and 2, connect your content in a way that people can give you money. This is the last thing, and it's really key, because I find everyone forgets to do it, and it's a thing that's going to bring it all together. So you need to connect the post that you make with a way that clients can give you money, that they can purchase from you. So every single time that you're posting, I want you to think about the why. Why are you posting on social media? You're posting because you want to let people know that you have a business and that you have services available. You're not posting because I hope people like me and I hope it looks cool. Like, we're not posting because of that. So once you've posted, let's just say you've posted about KT. You posted about creating heat bounce. You posted about this. What do you want me to do after I've seen that post? So I'm your ideal client. I'm looking through your socials. I see this post. It's like K18 heat bounce. I'm like, awesome. What do I do now? Most people will just scroll. You won't even like it, because you're not actually asking people to do anything. It sort of ends that journey right there. And I think it's like I said, it's really key to being able to connect this to a way that you get paid. And the way that I think about it is like this. If I was just sitting with you now, like we are, and I was like, hey, K18 heat bounce. Like, that's a bit weird. Just like, what do I want you to do with that? Does that feel comfortable? Like, do you feel comfortable to say something back to me? So that's where posting like that, that's where most of the time what I find is hairdressers post like that. Like, here's a color. Okay, cool. Like, that's not about your client. That's not about your customer that's looking at that content. That's about you. Here's what I've done. So that's where how you connect it can still post exactly the same content, but how you connect it is by letting people know what they do next. So using this as an example, I could go K18 heat bounce. If you would like me to use it in your hair, I can if you want. Like, simple as that. Doesn't have to be complicated. Doesn't have to be fancy, but it's just making sure somebody's looking at it and they think, yes, what do they do next? So something that's really key with this is I think it's very natural for hairdressers, because that's what we do in person. Like, we would never go to a client, K18 heat bounce. Like, we just wouldn't do that, would we? We would go, I've got this product, I'm really loving it. Like, I think it'll be really good on your hair. It's going to stop your damage, like all those kind of things. You would have a conversation with people. Whereas I think sometimes what happens with socials is we don't treat it like a conversation. We treat it like we're just putting stuff out there. So connect every single piece of content with a way what you want your client to do next. So if I was posting about a color, use that example. I was posting about a color. What do you want someone to do after they've seen it? Your ideal client, they've seen it and they've gone, oh my God, that's amazing. So that can be as simple as, would you like this color? Call the salon to book. Would you like to see if this color could suit you? DM me and I'll give you a consult. Would you, you know, like anything. It doesn't have to be something amazing. It just has to be the next step you want people to take. And I think that when you make that change alone in your content, you're really surprised. I was really surprised about the conversations that starts with people and the interaction that starts with people. Whereas I think we all want interaction and engagement with our posts, but we're not really asking for it in any way. We're just putting it out there and hoping that it happens back. Whereas you really do need to tell people exactly what to do next. Otherwise, they will just scroll on. So also it connects it to the way that you can get paid. Because obviously through your service, you can get paid. And then if you're posting about products, that's how you get paid. So how I get paid is I'll post about it and say, here's heat bounce. I like it on thick hair. If you would like the link to purchase this, comment and I'll send it to you. That is literally all I do. And posting like that, posting simple product-based content like that has driven sales for me, has driven sales for hairdressers that I coach. It drives sales because it asks people. It's not pushy sales. They don't have to quote, but if they want to, the road is there. That is what I would love you to do after today. And from that, from myself personally doing that, that is what has led to me getting paid to create content. Because what I have found is that brands have seen it and go, hey, we see that you post about content, post about products. Would you post about our product? But if you have never posted about product, if there is no products on your page, then no one's going to ask you at the same time. That has been my experience. It is a natural follow-on from the other two if that is something that you are interested in doing. But practically, as any hairstylist that has a business, doesn't matter, like I said, doesn't matter how many followers you have, doesn't matter what your aspirations are when it comes to social media, every single time you post, it needs to be driving, telling people that you exist, telling people what you have available, and telling them how to get it from you. So that's the three things that I would do when you leave here today. But now I just want to make sure, I've been talking this whole time, I want to see if anybody has any questions about anything that we've talked about, or anybody wants to go into in depth with anything in particular.
Oh, we have a hand up. Oh, Jody, go for it.
Yeah. Do you just use your own camera videoing to make content in the salon, or do you use Canva, all those sort of places to make up your content that you use? You're obviously comfortable behind the camera, that's all. Not all of us are.
Thank you, Jody. Yes, I personally, I don't use anything. I use my iPhone that's on now, and I'm lucky where I am in my home salon now. I have a door instead of windows, so it's like floor to ceiling, almost like windows. So the lighting is really good in here, and that is it. Because I find that the more steps I did after, like the more I tried to do it, I just didn't do it. and it felt harder. Whereas I find now if I just use my phone and try and get the best lighting, to me, done is always better than perfect. I'm not trying to do the best, I'm trying to do my best, but I'm not trying to do an cinematography kind of thing. It's not my vibe, but that's where, just my phone. Just my phone. And now it's like just on my laptop. Yeah.
Thank you.
Is that helpful? Is that helpful? Yeah, I don't find you don't need things. If you want them, it's good, but yeah.
Vic, I'll quickly jump in because I remember you saying, I think maybe in your first session, but you kind of touched in the last one as well, is that taking advantage of the hair care brands marketing themselves. They've spent thousands of dollars on creating that, cinematography type promotion, is that once they put it out on their Instagram, we are able to, share their posts and things like that. So take advantage of the money that they've spent on their marketing and simply just put it on yours and add your link on there, your dropship link, so you can get money for it.
Thanks for reminding me, Molly. Yes, because that is something that I think we all sleep on, is like, exactly, they're doing the market research, they're doing the testing, the Facebook ad testing, they're doing all of this stuff. So that if you see an actual ad for a product that you use and recommend, so much money and time has gone into that advertising campaign that you can completely use. Like, that's it. If it's let's just say, same example, it's for this. If you see an ad for this, you can literally just share the ad, as Marmy said, and then have your link. And what that will do with your clients is, like, because we all see advertising so much, there's so much advertising now, but what your clients want to see is your professional opinion, because I'm sure we've all had it in the salon where a client comes in, they go, I saw this girl, this influencer talking about this. Like, what do you think about it? Like that influencer or that person posting, making the content might know about the product, but you know about your client's hair and they really do value your opinion. So even that's the simplest way of doing it. It's just resharing and being like, yes, I agree. Here's how you purchase it from me. So that's where sometimes like, and the reverse happens too. I know it's happened to me where clients go, oh, I saw you talking about that, so I went over here and purchased it. And then hairdressers are like, what do you mean you went over there? I'm over here. But did you tell them how to get it from you? Did you connect it? That's it as well. Did you make it that in 3 taps they can buy it from you? Because any more than that, and it's asking people to do the most. Like, I just think it's harder. Well, you guys let me know what you think. I think it's much harder now to say to people, wait until you come back and see me in the salon, you know, during business hours in 6 weeks to pick it up. You're competing against instant purchases.
If you don't see the brand on Hustle, that you have to tell your brands. And honestly, the last few brands that have come on board are because they've said to us, we've got stylists that are using Hustle and they keep pestering us about getting onto Hustle. And that's where we're at with Hustle. So please keep pushing them. Don't just tell them once, tell them 10 million times. Your voices are a lot more powerful than ours, to be honest. So yeah, that's why it's yet for every brand. Yet.
That's good to know, because I'm seeing someone quite influential in my particular brand, Marmy, on Monday. So I'll be having words.
Thanks, Bree.
And that's also a great point, Bree, is in the chair. Like, that's it. We've talked about like this. Today's seminar was talking about connecting it through socials and like how to make money in socials. That's today's seminar. But Marmy and I were talking before about this being the next topic. So let us know what you guys think, is because we're not just talking to our clients online, we're also talking in the chair. And that's why with the QR codes that you can see that I've got on products, and Marmy was saying that people have been asking about how to do this. The reason why I do this is because when people are sitting in the chair, sending them links is actually harder. So because, you know, I've got like gloves on and I'm foiling, I'm colouring, and they're like, send me a link. I'm like, got my phone, and you know what it's like. It's like, you know, if you're logged in, all that stuff. Like, it's clunky. So online, it's great. I've set it all up so it's just automated, so I don't even look at sending out messages. But in person, what I have found works much, much better is having QR code on the product, because it means that when a client is sitting there, like, and you're following whatever, you can just give them that. They can scan the QR code. Thanks to the last couple of years, everyone from, you know, 8 to 80 knows how to scan a QR code. One of the most helpful things that's happened. So, and that can connect. That is my link printed out in a QR code. So as soon as the client scans that and opens it, that is tracked back to me. And they know that. That's what it looks like, my affiliate link. But that way they can shop while they're in their chair on their phone, because number one, they want to shop online. Like, you know, it makes it more convenient while they're sitting there. But also, I think, like, I know myself, I just like to shop online. Like, I like a little scroll in a shop, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really cohesive with that. So having it both ways, like posting your links on socials to connect with a way to sell this product. So to sell this product online, I'd connect it with my link. To sell this in person, I'd also connect it with my link. So that's where that might be our topic for next time, if you would.
Yeah, that'd be amazing, Vic. Kylie, you put your hand up.
Yes, I was just going to ask about the code. I don't know much about that. So is that the same as like the link with Hustle, or? Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
No, great question, Claire. And because it gets like, when it gets to like link and code and affiliate, that's where it's all like, like that's the most, you're not like, that's where I find the most amount of overwhelm is like, so when I talk about an affiliate link, it means that that link can be tracked back to me. So like, for example, if you've ever gone on and done copy link and then sent it to someone, that's sending the product link. All an affiliate link or through Hustle, a drop shipping link, all it does is sends that same link. It just has a tracker back to me so that they can see I was responsible for sending the link, so they can trace the sale back to me and then they can pay me. So
Right.
does that help with that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what you want to make sure. You want to make sure that if you're ever sending someone a link, it is trackable back to you,
Yeah.
because that's how you get paid.
And
Yeah.
you create that link how?
So in HUSL,
Yep.
my phone is also recording us.
Oh, no,
In
that's
HUSL,
okay. Yeah.
when you open the app inside HUSL, you tap on a button, Marmy.
Drop shipping, isn't it?
Dropship link. So you've got two different types of links. You've got your e-store link. So if you want to share your full online shop so people can do shopping, you've got your e-store link. When you're on your home screen, all you need to tap on is share my e-store. So your e-store link, you just copy that, and that's what Victoria's calling an affiliate link. Your
Okay.
e-store link, right?
Yep.
And then you share it around, right? People do shopping. Whatever sale is made through there, it is an affiliate link. It gets connected to you so that we can know to pay you, right? The other type of link is a dropship link. So if you are recommending a specific product or 2 or 3 products, like a shampoo, conditioner, and a treatment, you can create one dropship link with that prescribed product or products.
And then that
And
gets to the client.
And that's still
Maybe.
called an affiliate link. And you share it just like the e-store. If they buy that from that dropship link, which is at 1 or 2, 3, however products in that one link, then it gets tracked back to you and you get paid commission for it. So that is all done in your HUSL app from your home screen. If in doubt, copy a link from there, send it to a friend, and then tap on that link and see what comes up. And you go, okay. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
I've got it up now. So it's just that little button there. If you tap that, and it'll bring you up the menu. And then when I tap that, it's copied it, and then I can just send the text message or copy it over or whatever you want to do. Just make sure it's there, and you can see I've gone to put in a text and it says your hair care recommendation. This is just my phone number. I send it to myself on. So then once that's sent, that will be tracked back to me. So if that client purchased that, then that link would be tracked back to me, and then they would pay 20% commission on the products without having to do anything else. So that's where, when it comes to the posts on social media, that's where like I would post about the best way to share links through your social media is through your stories, because when you post to your main feed, you can't actually put a link. You have to ask them to DM you. It has to be something else. So the easiest way is to post a story. I'll do it right now, just as an example, because this is the kind of content that sells, which doesn't, it's a bit like it, no one does it. That's what I said, the list of things we need to make. It's like, it can't be that easy. And it's like, it is. No one does it. No one posts about it. No one posts about all the services they offer. I'm going to go through and look at everybody's page and see what they offer. So I'm going to grab the heat bounce link.
Yep.
Where are we? Copy. And then I can go to Instagram. Oh, why is it always on camera facing me? So I can just take a photo. Video. Technical issues, I tell you. So I've just taken a photo or a random video like that. And then I will go, I always forget where everything is. Link. I can add the link there. To see, it's put in like a big long link, and I can put shop now as the sticker, and then I can just post it.
Thank you.
Now, in that time, right? Like that's it. That's how hard it is. So that's for everyone. That's where you can do that, and you can put more effort into that, make it more personal than that. And then what you can also say, then it's shoppable from your stories. And then once it's shoppable from your stories, what can be really good is to save it as a highlight. So you could have a highlight on your Instagram that says my online store or my product recommendations or K18 or whatever subheading you would like, and then save it to there. So that when your clients go home, or your clients are at home and they go, I love that product Kylie used. Where is it? This often happens. What was it? They look on your page. There's no content about it. There's no website. There's no way that they've got their money in their hands and they're like, let me give it to you. And, you know, as hairdressers, we're like, no, I'm not. Yeah, you see what I mean? And I think it's like quite obvious now when we look at it through our socials. Is like, yeah, we need to make it easier. We also just need it to be there. You'd be surprised, and I am constantly, about the amount of sales that you make because you just literally have something rather than nothing.
And now, Bree, you have your hand up.
You know how you just did that on your Instagram? Can you actually schedule them on your, you know how you can schedule stories now?
You're fancier than me, Bree. Probably yes. I don't. Yeah.
Okay, you don't schedule. See, I sit on Mondays and I schedule my week's worth of everything. So that's why I'm keeping on top of all my socials, because I'm using B-roll, I'm using all that sort of stuff. I just had a massive story go out this weekend. But yeah, most of mine I'm actually scheduling just due to time and, you know. But I was wondering whether or not you can still schedule the link, but that's right, I'll have a play.
I imagine that you can. I think you're way more organised and fancier than me because I just post every. But you got to do what works for you. I think all our brains work differently, and that sitting and posting, scheduling everything feels very overwhelming to me. But that's I think it's fantastic that you find a way that works for you. That's why I'm always a fan of you find a way that works for you, and then you can be consistent with it. But I don't see why you wouldn't be able to schedule something that has links in it. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to.
Cool.
But, yeah.
Thank you. And you made your QR codes that you've got there. Are they from the HUSL app?
They are. It depends. I change them quite often. Where's my?
Because I know you can have them printed really easily through Canva and oh yeah.
Yeah, again, you're too fancy for me, Bruce.
I make everyone else do everything for me. Like I said, I got no time. I'm behind the chair too much, and small humans, as I said. So.
No, I think it's great. Please be right. I think it's great. It makes me go maybe I'm going to go on Canva this afternoon. But that's where I just print them off. So I have a way. I just print them off so that it is easy. So I can change. I change it depending on who's having a sale, depending on who pays the most commission, depending on where someone wants to shop. Just depends because it does change because everything's so. Like you mentioned in your example, is packs have come out, different stuff's come out. I want to be able to update it constantly like that. So about once a week, I will go through and be where am I sending people? Because I want it to align with what I'm talking about.
But you're making those QRs yourself, you've got it onto a QR code thing and
Yeah. So I can just print them from my phone. It takes about 20 seconds once you've got once you've got the link. So if I copy the link out of course, the app's having technical issues today, the pen, but once you've got there, I can print out a QR code in a minute or so, and just put a new one on there, make sure it's an updated one. But yes, you can do, so that link that I copied from HUSL, you can just print it out as a QR code, pop it on your product, and then everything's shoppable.
You know what actually is a great thing with those QR codes as well? Is if you've got QR codes, if you've got say you hold a minimum amount on your small tiny shelf, say 3 of a particular K18, and you've popped a QR code on each one. The great thing about that QR code is that client takes that product home. Oh, it's a little bit empty. Hang on a minute. I'm just going to scan that QR code before I throw it in the bin, and I'm just going to quickly finish my order that I've purchased from. Now I've purchased another lot from Victoria. So that QR code is actually a really good reordering thing at home as well.
Yeah. Oh, QR codes. So I think this has got to definitely be our topic next time.
Yeah, let's do it.
QR code. You can print out a QR code that takes someone to a YouTube video that you have created about how to use the product. You get QR codes. The QR code just sends people somewhere. That's all it does.
And you can create a QR code from any link.
Yes.
For free.
So Google review, that's what you think, Google reviews, whatever it is. It's QR code just makes it the easiest way for people to do it.
Bree, go for it. You have another question?
Sorry. Well, on that, I was about to say, just curiosity, because I'm sure everyone else wants to ask, where are you making your QR codes? Because that was my one thing, is there were so many different companies to be able to make QR. Okay, just choose any. Okay, cool. Thank you. Because I personally, my HUSL one, I've got it in my notes So I do just copy and paste my Hustle one and send it straight to my client while they're sitting there with me. So I have done that. And as well as my independent brand, she already made me a QR code. So that's on my mirrors. That's like, she made this pretty sticker for me that's on my mirrors. But again, I've got the link that I just automatically sent. Oh, what about that? So I'm just, that was, where are you making a QR code?
I think that will be, I think honestly, and you know me, right now, I can talk about this all day because it's not my favourite topic ever. But that's where I think we'll build this into the next one, because I think it's its own thing. But literally what I do, and of course my printer's not turning on because I didn't. It's literally
Pen's not working.
Murphy's
Phone's
Law.
not working. Printer's not working.
I'm just getting redirected back to topic by topical issues. So, but basically what I do, I'll show you in depth next time, is I put the Hustle into the app, it prints the code.
You just find QR app. Awesome.
Yeah, so please, guys, watch this space. Victoria is doing a webinar of different topics each month, but now that we've talked about what the next topic is, I think Vic's really excited. Watch our socials. You guys all are on our socials, so please watch for the next date. You guys already know how to RSVP for the next one, which is going to be on QR codes. We roped you in, Vic. Easy. Vic, you've covered some really good stuff today, and if you're not following Victoria Domazet, please make sure you are following her. And she also has a website as well. Again, Google it. She shows up at the very top. And Vic, if anybody wants to reach out to you, how can they do that?
The best way to reach out for me is always on Instagram. I love voice notes. You don't have to send me one, but I'm happy to send you one. Any questions or anything you have, you can see this is the topic I love talking about. I love supporting hairdressers. I win if you win. So I'm invested. So if you want to, please do not hesitate to reach out. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad. And thank you again, everyone, for showing up. I really do appreciate your time, especially, in your days off. If you've got little people at home and, life's all happening, I really appreciate it. And I really hope that you got something valuable from today. And if you would like me to have a look, if you're like, oh, I've gone back and looked at my page and I'm changing stuff, if you want me to have a look, message me. And I'm more than happy to go over and have a look. Even if you just want a friend to say, yes, you're doing well. I'm here for that as well. So yes, please feel free to reach out.
Thank you again. A $20 wholesale voucher will be put into your Hustle app very soon. And you can use that across all brands. We've got O&M and Goddess and K18 behind Victoria there. You can get all of that onto the Hustle app.
If you haven't tried, that would be my rec of the day. If you haven't tried, curls that last. Blow wave curls that last. Wild.
Yeah. And for anyone that hasn't got the Hustle app yet, it's legit free to download, no subscription fee. Download it. Once you get to the home screen, I'll be able to see you in my system, and then I can add the $20 wholesale voucher. Without the Hustle app, I can't give you a voucher. But please reach out to me. I SMS'd you all this morning. If you're not sure how to find us on the App Store or Google Play, just SMS me and I'll guide you through it. But thanks again, everybody. Have a fantastic week. Thank you so much, Vic.
Thank
again.
you.
Amazing. And we'll see you all next time.